Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of CanalTown here in City Skylines. Where last episode, guys, we did some really good expansions. We expanded the canal system right now, which is going to enable us to get more passengers to and from their destinations, which today we kind of need them to get them to and from their destinations. But their destinations don't currently exist. I need more jobs. We are starting to creep up with quite a bit of unemployment right now, and we have too many workers for the workplaces, so we need to expand a little bit more of our basic industrial areas, create more products, export, make that cash. And as always, guys, if you do enjoy this series and want to see more, then make sure you smash the like button down below, and if you are new in here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when the next episode does come out. And brief. So, we extended the canal system, which is actually beautiful right now. We now know where we can start building, where we can actually place some stuff, and we can get things rocking and rolling, which is very exciting. Now, I want to extend and expand some more of our industrial areas. I want to make a few changes over here, place a few more in, see how it goes. Because right now, we're at the start of having the unemployment crisis, so we need to provide more jobs. And then we can extend the transport lines, and everybody's happy. So, what I want to do is, I want to first take a look at the industrial area kind of scenario. We have a little bit of dirty industrial over here. What happened over here? This building burned down. Oh my goodness me. I want to extend that out a little bit more. I'm like half and half between like the normal dirty industry and the high tech. I really do like the idea of the high tech. So I might place some more high tech within this area. Or it might be low, kind of like the dirty industry, just because the way the train line tears through it, it feels very industrialized. I'll probably go for that there then. Maybe extend up to here with some of the high-tech industry. Maybe build some down this side as well. I want it to kind of semi-feel, as much as it does feel like New Amsterdam. You know, the new one, guys. The old one's so lame. I'm just joking. I love it. I love it. I want the edges to kind of feel like that New York vibe, where you have the big tall skyscrapers going down the one side, and you know, and we can have like another side over here, so it's both sides. It's going to feel like the Manhattan Island, which is going to look really good. So, it has the water, and now it's about to have a whole world of pain. I want to try and get it connected over here a little bit easier. We have the connection just there, which is fine. I feel like we could also get away with a connection over on this side. So, is it even... I was just thinking, is it even worth it with these ones with trees? It's not going to be. So I'm kind of going to have to get rid of it. Let's just do normal roads. Normal road going across. Nice and simple, mate. Actually, let me get it right, running down to here. So there, going across. Perfect. Now, this can run so far up, but it's a case of it's going to be a dead end. Unless I kind of make it as a slight tunnel to pop off through here. Now, that is asking for a whole world of issues. But it will enable me to kind of create better connections. And that's kind of what we need right now. We kind of need better connections through the city. So if I go out to about a 7, just kind of take what I can from this. Bring this to about there, which is perfectly fine. Make this go underground as well. So we're kind of creating like this unique little tunnel, which is very awkward. Don't get me wrong. It's very awkward with how we're trying to build this right now. But I wonder if a connection even exists at this moment in time. It kind of does. So that's the best I can kind of get with it. We won't see it anyway, but it's just enough to give us additional connections to get from point A to point B. We're not relying on the same basic connections causing too much traffic. It's very difficult, guys, but this industrialized area, this is what you've got to do. It's what you've got to do. Which, again, opens up this space right now a little bit more to work with. So we'll get the roads in, and then we'll go from here. So I reckon we could, coming off here, we've got our usual suspects. That could kind of semi-bend around. I don't know whether to kind of have a road running completely parallel with the train line almost. If I anarchied it through, that's kind of how it would look and how it would work. Or if I just came up to, to there is a 62. So if I went for a 52 like this, I might be able to get away with like a nice little 10 by 10 bend. As weird as this may be, Right, again, to kind of run it all in. It's so weird, but I'm kind of trying to utilize as much of this space as I possibly can. So, is that a full, like, shebang? It's a 30. So, I could go across there. And I think that I'm asking for trouble with this one. I really am. So, why don't I come away by, instead of that one there, go up by 1. Okay, it's not going to work as I assumed it's going to work. It's a bit of a wasted space. It is a bit of a wasted space there. I mean, we got that running to it, so it's not too wasted. We'll go with it. It's quite difficult, guys, okay? It is quite difficult, but it works. Oh, could I get that going across, or would that look a bit silly? No, that works as well. And across there. Oh, the connectivity, boys. The connectivity. It's a lot of bridges, but we've got to remember, this is an old school... It's an old school town with new updated infrastructure. So the road layout's going to be a little bit all over the place to begin with anyway. So we are going to then start placing down some industry. And we're going to run it all the way down here because it just makes sense. I'm definitely going to put it around here. Right. We'll turn this island into a little bit of dirty industry. Might as well go the whole distance. And then the bit separating over here will be like the offices. And I might do this over here as offices as well. So this is going to be a very industrialized area over here. But I'm hoping we can get some more ferry lines and ferry systems in. I could even pedestrianize this area slightly as well for the offices. That would be interesting. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to get as many workplaces in as I possibly can. I might just squeeze a little bit just in there. I won't go there because of the road, even though it doesn't really matter for us at the minute. There as well. And we need this to be is it IT industry or something like the IT cluster? So I've got to bring this here. I might as well just kind of cover it to there. This is all part of the same zone. So that's a lot of industrial that's going to be zoned in. Too much, if you ask me. But at least it's going to give us a residential boom. It really is. It's going to give us that sweet residential boom. It's going to fill the midtown a little bit more. And then we can kind of sprawl back out then with all residential around the edges. So we'll give that some time to slightly grow. Because I want to take a look at this right now. Now, I've been noticing quite a lot right now. I'm getting a couple of issues with the vehicles coming off the highway. Or even potentially entering the highway. I think this 90-degree turn... it's not that smooth. So I'm going to experiment here. I believe there's traffic lights here anyway. But there's no vehicles coming the opposite way anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I'm going to experiment right now. We'll get rid of that. Right. We'll get rid of it. And we're going to try and kind of create little bends coming off it. How well this is going to work out is a completely different story. So if I go back to my little... we're single lane roads. It's a 10. So if I bring it by a 5 and then do a 7, obviously we've got to flip the 1. Now I don't know how it's going to work out for the ones wanting to go the opposite way. This is the issue that I'm going to kind of have right now. But I want to test it. Actually, I might have a better option. Right, am I in? There we go, I'm in tunnel mode. You can see what I was about to do, kind of create those bends. But if they want to do this way, they've got to kind of bend around there to turn there. So I've got another idea. Let me put them back in. Right. And I might have to actually delete that additional bit there. So, right. Get back here, fool. So if I go by... Right, 11 on the 60... Okay, actually that works. And then can I anarchy that straight through? Yes, but it should have been this style of road. And also elevated. Right, you might be thinking now, Seniac, what are you doing? I'm trying to test something right now to see if I can create like an efficient turnabout. So it's going to be interesting. So if I bend that in, I feel like now this here and that there should be the same height right now as this. Does it kind of give us this? Right, there we go. I'm going to have to change up some of these roads as well. So first things first, get rid of the traffic lights. Is that bent in as much as I would like. I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. Yeah, we'll go with this. So how it's going to work is, and this would now determine whether I need to change these roads. So, obviously, it's a single lane coming from here, but as you're coming in, right, as you're coming in right now, if I sort this all out, so the red road, the red lines what you're looking at, you're coming in here, you can either go from their point of view, straight on, or to the right. And the whole reason for that is, to the right is to make the right turn, straight on is to make that left turn. So we're splitting the traffic, but most importantly, the right turn will create a slip bend. It's not 90 degrees to allow the vehicle to continue to flow on. Now, coming in this way, obviously if you're coming from this direction, you slip on that way. But if you're coming from this direction, the turn happens here. Now, obviously this is where the crisscross is going to happen right now, which is not perfect. But I can get away if I kind of continue with all this. Right, that's to there, and then that's to there. I can get away with doing asymmetrical roads there, which might allow me to bulk the bend a bit more. So let me just kind of place all these down, just so I can figure out. And obviously to go straight ahead, you don't interact with any of the traffic, which is perfect. Now this is very simple. You can kind of see it. I've you know, I may have overcomplicated it, whatever, but for the purpose of this, this could work out well, and I might have to implement something very similar to this one. We'll try and do our best as well to implement something similar. But it might just ease the flow a bit more. I don't know if this junction will be able to handle well under pressure. But right now, without getting rid of the additional road there, I'm just going to pull it into this mode. And I want to see how this all works. So making sure that they can fly all the way through. I know that's probably the best one just there. No, it has to go straight ahead, right? I think so. Because that will be there that you kind of mess around with. So that allows them to kind of come in. You can see the speed that they go in, and then they turn in. No 90 degrees slowing down. So it makes the entry speed a lot quicker. And it actually doesn't look too bad. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Now, what you would do, right, it's almost like the crisscross. I forget what it's called. It's like an intersection like in America that I've started to build, where you kind of like you go, say the road went across like that. You at some point you flip over to the opposite side of the road and then flip back. I'm not sure what it's called, but you can kind of see that happening here. If I flip that road to be the opposite way round, right, these will turn into there and then scoot off there, but they'll be crisscrossing there. So no matter what happens, there's going to be a crisscross happening. But this is actually really... Okay, here's a big bulk of traffic right now. This is really helping the traffic flow. Oh, was there traffic lights there again? No. So they keep stopping there. Okay, I won't actually fly... Do you know what? There was no issues there. They all flew in really easy. I want to try and replicate it here now. Do I add the asymmetrical roads in, or do you reckon it's not needed at this point? We'll see what we can get up to right now. So, 3-lane asymmetrical road. No, I want it bulky, but I want it to be a 2 and a 1 in that style of road. Am I going to be able to get that? No. Is it these? It's these roads, isn't it? Wait, hold on. Wait. What roads is it that I'm using here? Is it the ones with sidewalks? It's that style, but I'm wanting one that's got a 2. So, I don't think I'm going to get one that wide. Because there's one there, but that's not going to work. There's 4s and 5s. But again, that's not going to work. You would think it would be in here. See, they're 3s and a 1. I want one that wide with a 1. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. It's not the end of the world. I might have ruined my turnings right now. They'll never use that lane. The way we set it up, it means they'll never use that lane anyway. So like I said, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. That will go across to... Actually, I can make that drop in like that. That's fine. Oh, no, sorry. No. Cancel you. I'm missing this turn. I was going to say that. Am I missing something here? It's this turn in here. Right, that's how we got it set up. So I'm going to try and replicate it here. How well this is going to go, we do not know. So my calculations were correct. It was an 11 by like a 63 like angle. 11 by a 63, perfect. And then this came straight down. Which does mean I'm going to have to kind of sort these angles out. So the 4-lane road. Upgrade you. I might as well upgrade it all the way in. How many segments is that? That's kind of crazy. Anyway. Bring this in as much as we can. The more you bend it, the less they have to slow down. And that's probably my limit right there. So, no traffic lights. Right. And then we saw... Oh, hang on, I gotta flip that one road round. Flipping you right around. So then you go into there. Obviously, we'll sort this one out first. There we go. And then you're coming out to here. You're going straight on. Straight on. Straight on. So here real quick. Straight on. Straight on. Oh, and then straight on. So you're turning there. You're going straight on. And it's in this junction. So this turn is there. That turn is there. That is straight on. So just double check they do mimic. Oh, hang on, I'm missing this one. Because they don't use that lane there anyway. Like we don't use it there. So no need to kind of implement it. That's exactly what we need it to do. So we'll just make sure that they can flow through all of this junction. And then that should be it. So give them a minute to kind of update their new routes and just figure out what's going down. So this is the junction where you'll probably see right now, this one here, the flaws. Because there's not traffic coming from this way, so you don't know how well it's able to kind of upkeep and hold out what's going on. So they have also a lot more traffic coming out this way while going this way. So the traffic going straight ahead is able to flow through. No questions, no issues asked. Traffic going this way, continue. Obviously, there might be a little bit of backlog here as they turn to go that way. So hopefully it'll allow the traffic this way to flow. But then again, there is no traffic going this way. But just like that, do you reckon it's become a little bit more free-flowing? I wouldn't like to say that's kind of solved a lot of the issues, but it's definitely an interesting one to think about, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, I don't think that's too shabby. Gonna need a roundabout, though. But I don't think that's too shabby. So yeah, a lot of them like to stop here, even though these guys have the free ability to kind of flow through. So I don't really want to say go for it. But they are being stopped quite a bit. Now they get stopped there even though nothing was happening. There's no give way signs, is there? No. See, I don't want to say you have the freedom to flow through. But yeah. So the problem is, now that I've made it more free-flowy, I've now caused issues over there, which I'm going to need a roundabout. It's obvious to see. I'm going to need a roundabout. But I'm not going to implement it just yet. Because at the minute, this is the only entry point to this actual highway. Now, we've got to think of another way to be able to kind of bring them all in a little bit easier. Not to say that I need something here, because the way this is, it's quite overwhelming and like it's connected quite harshly. But I've got to figure something out. Now, we'll save the rest of that for another episode. That is not my issues, but that's quite interesting with this. That is what I wanted to change, to see what changes it does make. It does work. For how long, I don't know. Again, will be interesting. But definitely need a roundabout here. Is that a random piece of train track? Goodbye. So, the industrial areas. The IT cluster is slowly building up right now. It spent the dirty industry demand first, running through here. So, where does that put us in terms of jobs? It's increased a bit, but so has the population. Alright, so a little bit of fast forward then. Fast forward. Get the dream rocking and a rolling. And that big, beautiful IT cluster comes into itself a whole lot more. Trees. Is that the trees I want to work with? Yeah. Brush a load more down. I want to try and make this not tree. I want to say tree friendly, but I want to have as many trees as we can within these certain areas. It'll look really. Oh, there's actually no water here. How did I manage that? Right, there we go. See, like I said, it's going to provide a lot more jobs. So that number's going to slowly increase, but then so will the employed people increase. But so is the population. Is it increasing? Yeah, is the oh, no, actually, population's actually going down. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Right, looking over here again. There's no major hiccups right now. If I turn the despawn off, then we might have issues. I can probably almost guarantee we'll have issues then. But, like I said, that's a headache for another day. Now, these are coming in, and they're going to need power, which they don't currently have. Now, I was kind of hoping they weren't going to build in the center. That is what I was kind of hoping for, but it turns out they're building in the center. So we'll come back to that, because I don't want to tear something through to then have to delete it again. Right, public transport. We have the ferry system running through this way. It would be nice. This is the green route that goes all the way that way as well. It would be nice to have one coming in the opposite route. Now that might be something for this system going up there, so we'll have to save it. I don't want to do an inner loop. We have the bus route there. Don't want to move that over because it'll take away from the green ferry route. It might still be a bit too early to place down the ferry system, which is kind of annoying. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's kind of annoying. Right. So apparently we need more commercial. Even though these guys are screaming out for there's not enough customers, which is understandable because no one freaking lives here. I'm well aware. We have is it the City Hospital just there? I might squeeze in some high density commercial just here. And then everything else around it is gonna be the high density industrial. Yeah, the office zone is what I'm thinking of just there. So that will help us out. That's growing in the wrong direction. I don't want you to grow in that direction, but it might be enough once this building's been placed down. No, I need something on the opposite side. Why have you got to do me like this? I need some industry placed on one of these roads. I don't want to do it. Is that wrong of me? Because I'm only going to have to delete it again. Right, give them the power, which will hopefully fund the growth. And then once something gets a little bit more closer, I can do that short one there to there in that kind of aspect, of that sense. And then we're all good. Why are you being such a pain? Again, we'll come back. They're going to build everywhere, but the place they like actually singly want it. Right. Okay. Very good. So, reason is that this is going to start dying soon is because, of course, not enough people living here. But if I add more people in, it's then going to cause more people to be unemployed, which is what I don't currently want right now. But the reason that they're unemployed because no one's really, this keeps dying out and rebuilding, not enough jobs are being sustained. It is a vicious cycle. So we'll actually get down our first bit of residential here. You gotta wake the beast to defeat the beast. No one ever said that before, but I'm saying it right now. And see how that's gonna go. Still haven't built where I want them to build just yet. They're actually utilizing that tunnel pretty, it's pretty useful for them. So that's great to see. I'm liking it's under overroad as well, that's really cool. So it allows us to have really, really easy access to the import-exports for this area. Can't really complain too much about that. So they should now start to get a few more shoppers. At the minute, they're all heavily relying on tourism and everybody from the university going on their lunch break. So that's pretty much what they're kind of holding out for at this point. Damn fools. Okay. Is it still okay over here? Yeah, we just need a roundabout. I'm going to say it. I need a roundabout and another alternative method to get people in and out of this area. Because at a minute, this road connects to there. And then that's to there. This is probably going to go over to here. But then do I need something to come across there? Or make this road come across as a bridge? Also, something that I didn't really think of is where am I doing my on and off ramps for this area? Now, I don't think that has hit me. That I haven't figured out how I'm doing my on and off ramps for this area. Yeah, I know. Because I was going to probably do them here, but I've created this. So I'm going to have to do something a little bit more magical, aren't I? Right, that's just hit me and it's kind of annoying. Right, is this now done? Yes, I can now officially get rid of you. Just to place you in just there to give you the power. Right, there we go. So you're now all back up running. Good. Unemployment's come down by 1%. Great. We're in the right direction. But now they're complaining about there's not enough buyers for the product, which is, again, true, because I've got this huge commercial demand right now, which I need to satisfy. So we really do need to start thinking about, then, ways in which we can sell the goods a little bit more. These are all complaining, I've got too much industry at this point, so I need to build some more commercial zoned areas. So, there's me thinking that this is going to be all offices. I reckon I should just turn all this into a nice big shopping district. And at the same time, right, we should also think about placing something down that will allow us to kind of have more people come in. I might place down a either passenger harbour and a ferry stop around here. It'll just be another way to kind of just get more passengers, and we can use it as a stop from a new route that I make. So I could try and incorporate another ferry line that comes or goes the opposite way, and it merges between the both, and I could stop off over here as well. Now that's asking for trouble. That really is. So I won't build it now, but I will get in the infrastructure right now. So if I just kind of go with the flow here. So we got a nice, beautiful grid on the go there. Now, where can I go for a 10? There. How's this looking? Shocking is the answer. Shocking. So what I will do... Alright, that's there at a 42. So if I go at a 38 and then try and implement a bend, a 4x4 bend. 4x4. Like that. I can then maybe use the connection tool to get something from there. No. I'm trying to connect it to the pinpoint there, which is not going to work. So we'll go from there instead. Bam. Should work in our favour. Should work in our favour. It's a little bit close for comfort is probably the best way to put it. And then we have this area, this space to work with again. Now that's an 8. I wonder if I can create these little runs. Just to utilise this awkward dead space. Now you ain't going to get anything crazy going down here. So if I kind of go for like that. To run with the tiger stripes that we've kind of got. I'm going to connect that one. These roads don't really line up perfectly with this. Except for this one. And we'll run this one up and in to there. And that's the connectable parts. And then we're going to build passenger stop, ferry stop here. Shops all going down. We'll try and get a few more stops on the go. So this area will become a shopping district of high density, which will supplement the demand for buyers from all of this. So if I'm going to bring you up to here for now, and provides jobs, so it's a win-win in both aspects. It is a win-win. Alright, there we go. There we go. So let that all build up. Is it down to 4% yet? It's still 5. Okay, no problem. So next episode then, we're going to add in some more ferry lines. That is 100% what we're going to do. I still need to build a roundabout here. I've been saying it for like years and years and years, but we'll again get that set up next episode as well. Trying to think, does it need a roundabout? Or can we get away with something else? Probably needs a roundabout, yeah. Probably needs a roundabout. But we'll see what happens anyway. So we're going to create this a nice little shopping district, get some more passengers running over here. This is, it's a weird one how we kind of building it right now. It is very European-esque right now, which is kind of weird to think about it. But we're trying to continue the expansions anyway. This is going to be a very interesting build right now. Now I've just realized my on and off ramps are going to be a little bit funky, but it might allow us to build something crazy like how we've built this over here. I mean, I could definitely do it, not a problem, but I'm going to have to lower the train line. If I created like an on and off with a roundabout or an on and off with a standard road, I could probably just do it within the space of these 2 squares if I got rid of the canal here. So it will still work out for us. It'll still work out. But it's going to be interesting. So, yeah, very interesting with these. We'll see how long they last before I change them. They're going to be very interesting. But this is the big offender right now. So, guys, I think we'll end it for here. We've laid the groundwork for future expansions. We need more buyers for the products, which, understandable, because we have placed down so much industrial. We've got to get all this commercial now in. We brought the unemployment down by 2%. I'm creating jobs, boys. I'm a good mayor. I'm a good mayor. And we're going to try and also implement more import-export routes as well to kind of really help us out. Now, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Do we need an airport at some point? Oh, we said those words. Until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon. So...